Virginia Giuffre named Prince Andrew in her memoir, but there's one prime minister whose identity is being protected, and the FBI is sitting on video evidence and all sorts of things that could expose dozens more of dirty birds. That's where the trail goes cold. Or maybe someone made sure it did. Let's see what else we can find out. So, Nobody's Girl, Virginia Giuffre Roberts' book, posthumously released, has named Prince Andrew all over, up and down, right? And perhaps you could say that he was named because he settled with her. Okay, perhaps, maybe that's it. But there's a whole bunch of other people that she did not name. She said, there's a well-known prime minister that she didn't want to name. And allegedly the name's out there. I don't know it. I don't care. I didn't want to go dig into scuttlebutt about who these people could be. Keeps me safer. But I'm curious about, certain information was leaked. Some was not. So it's like drip, drip, drip of information coming out. So first I want to look into the energy behind what energy is let out there for the public to see, what is held back, how that all came to be we'll do a major arcana spread. And then I got a bunch of questions that we're going to get into. Of course, it's all alleged for entertainment purposes only. No, this is fact. This is psychic download, snarky opinions. You're a big fan of the royal families, dirty birds, Virginia Giuffre, whoever. This is not the video for you. We're not fangirls and boys over here. Just letting you know. We're seekers of the truth. Anyhow, so why did this whole book have pieces of truth and not all the truth? So help us God. There's a gatekeeper on the truth. We are not surprised. Oh, multiple gatekeepers on the truth. The government's been a gatekeeper on the truth for the longest time. Governments, plural, not just a single. Multiple governments have been gatekeepers on the truth for a long period of time. There's a new gatekeeper in town who's now hold the key. They've probably been in town the whole time, but it's a new person, new group. It's like, I see it like, say this information was like top secret or very top secret. I don't know what their secret code things are. I'm just saying, say it used to be very top secret. That's when the government had it. Now they've reduced it. Now it's just top secret. And now it's in this person or group's hands to say, you can say that, but you can't say this. There's another group in charge now, which tells me that, it's still going to leak. We're going to get all the names. We're just playing a game right now. Yeah. Eventually this is going to leak. I'm curious about that. Anyhow, let's continue on. It's moving forward, continuing, drip, 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 chariot. It's still coming, it's coming, it's coming. And it becomes less and less top secret-y. Okay. The people, yes, they're coming. The justice is coming. The special cuffs, the bracelets, they are a-coming. So don't worry your pretty little head. Kank, kank is coming. Okay? That's coming. Yes. Now, the interesting thing that's coming up here, these people who have not been revealed and then are still seemingly protected, this is not because they hold the power to protect themselves. No, this is they have breathing room because from going from the government to whoever the new gatekeeper is, they are in control of what is being leaked and using it as leverage against other people. No leverage to be had over Andrew. Let him twist in the wind. No problemo. No problemo. These other people, they're still valuable. So the person or the group that has the information now is still using it for leverage. But not because at the behest of the powerful people. The powerful people have no power. This is because they've lost it all some way, somehow. They know what's coming down the pike. This is just a grace breathing period for them before they can't run down the street or walk down the street because people will chase them with tar and feathers or something. Yeah. So the int's coming for the unnamed individuals, but somebody's just using it currently still for leverage. Yep, there you go. Strength card. For leverage before it all comes crashing down. So in essence, Virginia's book is just another drip in a leaky faucet of information in the Epstein saga du jour. Okay, let's continue on. Let's look into I'm just curious about this ghostwriter. So, who made that decision about that Prince Andrew's name in this book could be released and nobody else's, protecting unnamed people, right? So, who made the decision? Was that Virginia's decision? Or I assume Virginia would have said, like, name them all. Name them. Name them. That's very Housewives. Okay. I'm assuming she would have said that. But her ghostwriter / co-author / whatever she is, or the publisher, whatever, maybe they were like terrified and couldn't say anything. Maybe it's this other group that's behind the scenes. So I want to see who made the decision. We'll go with Virginia. We'll do the ghostwriter, co-writer. We'll do the publisher. And then we'll do lawyers. And then we'll do like something else if we need to. So who decided keep her mouths shut? Virginia? Nope, she wanted it all out in the open. Let them see it. Show them all. Not her. Ghostwriter, co-writer. She was part of, like, let's keep them unnamed. She's in that camp, so she must be terrified a little bit. Okay. Publishers. Publishers did want a little bit more revealed. Everybody knows about Prince Andrew. Let's get a little dangerous. Name somebody else. So the publishers were on board with naming some other names. Lawyers? It went through legal. You can't do that. No, no, no. All right. Anybody else? Interesting. So the group, the entity that's in charge of this now, not the FBI, whoever, not them, the next group down who's in charge of this, they didn't have any influence, but this went the way they wanted. It must be because they just know, like, this is just how things go, right? That legal's going to look at it and say, no, you're not releasing those names. We don't have hard proof or concrete proof. So no, you're not doing it just because she said so. The publishers, of course, they're like, name it all. We want all the names. Okay. But it went just exactly how John Travolta and this other group wanted it to go anyway. All right. Intriguing. This prime minister must know who he is, and I'm sure there's many netizens who also know who this prime minister is. Is he pooing in his pants? Is he planning to depart the planet? What's going on with this unnamed prime minister? What's he up to at the moment, allegedly? Uh-oh. Hanging out with his Eyes Wide Shut crew. Making some ring-a-ding-ding calls, calling favors. Ew, the well is dry. The well is dry. Oh no, all the other dirty birds are mad because they're going to get in trouble too and get a pair of bracelets. Clink, clink. If you like these bracelets, they're in my shop at AlyciaWicker.com. Okay, so yeah, he's going to be named and has nowhere to run or hide. Terrible. Oh, he's got nowhere to run and hide. He's kind of scared. This is more urgent energy as well. So I'm thinking we may not have to wait another 20 years to find out this information. I think we're getting closer. Tick tock, get them, stop. Oh, exposure's coming rather quickly. If it did not happen next year, I would be shocked. And this guy's got nowhere to run. He's feeling desperate. He's in a corner. He's scared. I don't know that he might not take a jump off of a tall building. I'm just saying, this does not look like someone who's feeling ready to face public scrutiny. My. So Virginia had described, I guess, in her book, I didn't read it. After I bought that Priscilla Presley book, that, Softly as I Leave You, or Softly as I Throw This Book in the Trash because it's filled with lies, I was just not in the mood to buy another book for a while from any type of person who purporting to tell truth, so I was not in the mood. Anyhow, what was purportedly released in the book was that Virginia said that Epstein had this wall or a trophy closet, and it was like floor-to-ceiling pictures of nude underage girls. Of course, because he's a dirty bird, disgusting piece of burp. Where are those photos now? Who's holding on to those? Are they being used to identify victims and criminal dirty birds? I don't know. Who has these photos? Or are they in the hands of a dirty bird? They're locked away. Okay, they are locked away. They have been used in evidence to get dirty bird criminals. Okay, that's good to know. Yes, these photos have been used to track down other criminals. Okay, all right. I don't want to go any further with that because that feels like that's still an ongoing investigation. So I'm not touching any more of that. Virginia confirms, allegedly, I didn't read it. This is what I heard scuttlebutt on the internet. If it's wrong, let me know. She confirmed in her memoir that the FBI confiscated Epstein's blackmail videotapes showing all of the dirty bird activities. You can guess. Gross. So, have any of the perpetrators, shall we say, have they gotten their hands on a copy of it? And I assume it's a copy. I assume there's copies at this point. Do the perpetrators have copies of this? This is what I'm curious about, because we know that the government does, and apparently there's some case building. Allegedly, that's what I keep getting in my readings, even though we see no evidence that anything's moving. I get it. Time does it on its own. Okay. Do the perpetrators have copies? Interesting. It feels like some of the perpetrators have already been dealt with. And so, no, they don't have copies. However, it also feels like some of the perpetrators destroyed whatever copies they had because they didn't want to be caught with it. There are some copies still floating around for the highest bidder. That's dangerous for these dummies. I guess they don't really care. They're dummies. Oh. Okay, we don't need to tend to that notification right now. Okay. There are copies the perpetrators have that are still out there to the highest bidder available. Disgusting. However, this is also being used. This is almost like the original Dirty Birds. This was not in their control. This is like the next generation of Dirty Bird owners. They have it, and they're trying to make money off of this. However, they are also then getting caught for being in that business of trading like the CSAM material. So even though it was not their original material, it is living on to help convict other people. Yeah, so Dirty Birds are like dummies, man. Dummies. That's not alleged. All right. Continuing on. I'm curious about this whole... There's rumors. And I don't know that they're confirmed, but like everything, there's rumors that Virginia's family, and I don't know who, I haven't paid attention to this, I'm still in a little bubble hole of news, but the scuttlebutt is that she was not treated very kindly by her husband, and that was not included in the book. Why was that not included in the book? Maybe Virginia's family doesn't know the truth. Maybe she confided and it was, I don't know. Let's see what we can find out about that allegation that allegedly Virginia Giuffre's husband was abusive towards her, but they decided not to include that in the book. Let's see, is that a true story that they did omit, and why? Okay. Part of this is like if she didn't write it, we can't like add it. There's that. If she didn't write it, we can't just add it and make this a part of a memoir that wasn't there. Okay, so there's that. There's something more to that relationship. So I'm also wondering if what she had told her family was a version of the truth, but not the truth. I'm not implying that Virginia was a liar. I am saying, though, that she may have told her family a version of the truth, not the truth, to explain certain relationship dynamics to them that seemed odd. So there's something that's going on in their relationship. In terms of power dynamics, yes, I would say that he would have some type of power over her. Am I saying it's abusive? No, I'm not for sure. I'm not digging in it. But what I am saying is that there was a relationship dynamic that the family may have noted, or that she wanted to get ahead of if they had noted it, clocked it, and that's why she would have said something ahead of time and made this story available to them so they could draw their own conclusions, or she drew the conclusion for them, and that was that. We're just going to leave it at that. So there's multiple things here with that. Now, if you go back to my reading I did do on Virginia Giuffre Roberts' passing, you go back and watch it, but essentially I don't think she's passed to the other side of the veil. So if she's actually in some type of witness protection, why aren't we naming the people? Why aren't we naming the people still? Because, I mean, essentially, if you're thinking like she's gone, if everybody's thinking that she's muerto, right? That she's kicking it with pill bugs, that means she's dead. That why wouldn't she just like her last final thing? Tell the world all the names, right? She wanted to tell them all, but then they're like, no, legally we can't, and da-da-da. What if she had like self-published? She could have self-published and said all the names, and then people could have just said, oh, it's ramblings of a crazy woman and she's gone and who cares? Like, let's see, just like, let me ask that. Why didn't she just self-publish? She could have put this on a blog. She could have on a website. She could have multiple copies of the website. We're in 2025. She could have done multiple things. It didn't have to go through a book publisher. Why didn't she share all the names? I think I know why, but let's just ask. Because the case is still moving forward. The same idea. So as we went from top secret, now it's in top secret, and it, like the information's getting put out there. She is aware that the names are all going to be revealed. So that's why this to me confirms she's still alive and well in protection. She's been moved out of the way. So there's no need for her to name because she could have, and she did not have to. It wasn't that her work was taken and changed or whatever. I would not doubt that she comes back up, and I think I got that in my reading too, the Virginia Giuffre reading. Surprise! She is in cahoots. We didn't have to release all the names. She wanted to, but we're not doing it. Don't worry. Silver bracelets are coming. Clink, clink. All will be revealed. So this is why she did not have to go to scorched earth and write a blog and put it up or whatnot. Which makes me wonder what's up with McAfee's thing. Remember? John McAfee's thing? None of that ever came to fruition. Anyhow. what else can we know now? Now that Virginia Giuffre's book's been out there, it's been released. Come on, cards. What are we doing? They're acting all weird. Now that her book's been released, what's next? What's next? Andrew's in a whole world of doo-doo. Not that I'm feeling sorry, and if you are, we need to talk. What's next now that her book's been released? What's next coming down the pipe? Are we... Names released, arrest before names released. What? What? I want to know. There's some level of legal thing coming down the pike. Yes. Not all the arrests that we would hope for. Some arrests are coming. Some are making plea deals. I think we've gotten this before as well. Some are taking plea deals. Some are saying yes. Some are saying no. Some are making deals. Okay. Oh, okay. The legal process is our next exit on the highway of dirty birds. Okay, so next on the highway, we'll be stopping off in legal territory where there are arrests being made. It feels like we're starting with some of the lower level. This is not that low, but it's lower level. Like, I don't think we're getting to the prime minister here yet. I think we're getting to a little bit lower here. Some people who are doing plea deals, exchanging, like, I don't want to go to jail for 900 years, but I guess I'll do 60. That kind of stuff. The justice system is moving slowly but surely. Clomp, 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 clomp. Okay? Some deals are going to be made that are going to be made, and the public is going to be mad. Pissed offerson. Not happy about this at all. But there's bigger fish to fry coming, but now we have to start to lay this with, there's lower level arrests coming. Oh my goodness. It's drip, 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 drip. It's annoying. It's almost like we have to lay the whole story out here. The prosecution has to put its ducks in a row. That's very much what I'm getting here. Ducks in a row. You can't go for the head of the king until you go for all the little court gestures first. Gestures, not gestures. Although I'm sure there's some gestures involved. Anyhow, come join me in the Moth Manor. Become a member on YouTube. And tell me, what do you think's coming next? I think we are getting closer and closer to some special type of bracelets. And I can't wait to see it. So until next time, adios.